terrible, but like, I don't, like, if I didn't have those kids, I would kill myself.
The Kardashian-Jenner clan has been rocked by a shocking and violent confrontation between Scott Disick and Travis Barker as the two men's ongoing feud reached a boiling point amidst the frantic search for Disick's missing 14-year-old son, Mason. The incident, which allegedly took place at Kourtney Kardashian's Calabasas home, has left the entire family shaken and uncertain about the future, as the drama surrounding Mason's disappearance threatens to tear them apart. According to eyewitness accounts, the altercation began when Disick, who has been frantically trying to reach his son since he ran away from home last week, showed up at Kourtney's house, demanding to speak with Barker. Scott was in a complete state of panic and rage, a source close to the family revealed. He just barged in, yelling at Travis and accusing him of somehow being involved in Mason's disappearance. The confrontation quickly escalated, with Disick and Barker engaging in a physical altercation that left both men with minor injuries. It was absolute chaos, the insider said. They were shoving each other, and at one point, it looked like they were about to start throwing punches. The kids were there, and it was just a terrible, terrible scene. Kourtney Kardashian, who has been caught in the middle of the family's latest drama, reportedly tried to intervene and calm the situation, but her attempts were ultimately futile. She was just devastated, the source revealed. She's been working so hard to keep the family together, and now this happens. She was crying, begging them to stop, but they were both just too far gone at that point. The violent confrontation has only served to deepen the rift between Disick and Barker, with the former continuing to accuse the latter of being responsible for Mason's disappearance. Scott is completely convinced that Travis has something to do with this, the insider explained. He thinks that maybe Travis has turned the kids against him or is somehow keeping Mason away from him. It's just a really, really ugly situation. Barker, on the other hand, has firmly denied any involvement in the teenager's disappearance, insisting that he is just as concerned for Mason's well-being as the rest of the family. Travis is absolutely devastated by all of this, the source said. He's been working so hard to be a good stepfather to Kourtney's kids, and now he's being accused of something he had nothing to do with. He's really trying to stay calm and focused on finding Mason, but it's not easy when Scott is constantly lashing out at him. The rest of the Kardashian-Jenner clan has been left reeling in the wake of the confrontation, with many of them expressing concern for the family's unity and the impact this latest drama could have on Mason's well-being. They're all just really worried about Mason right now, the insider revealed. They know that he's been going through a tough time, and they just want to find him and make sure he's safe. But now, with Scott and Travis at each other's throats, it's just making everything so much more complicated. As the search for Mason continues, the family is also grappling with the fallout from the violent altercation between Disick and Barker. Many are concerned that the feud could further divide the already fragile family, potentially jeopardizing their ability to work together to bring the missing teenager home. This is just the last thing they needed right now, the source said. They're all so exhausted and stressed out, and now they have to deal with this. It's just a terrible, terrible situation all around. Despite the ongoing drama, the Kardashian-Jenner clan remains committed to finding Mason and ensuring his safe return. However, the family's internal divisions have complicated the search, with Disick and Barker's feud threatening to derail the entire operation. They're all just trying to stay focused on the task at hand, the insider revealed. But it's not easy when the two men who are supposed to be working together to find Mason are at each other's throats. As the search continues, the family is also bracing for the intense media scrutiny that is sure to follow. The Kardashian-Jenner clan has long been the subject of intense public interest, and this latest drama is only sure to fuel the public's insatiable appetite for the family's personal lives. They know that this is going to be a huge story, the source said. the whole world is going to be watching, and they're just hoping that they can somehow find a way to come together and get through this. The tension between Disick and Barker has been simmering for some time, with the two men often at odds over the way the family is run and the decisions that are made regarding the children. Scott and Travis have never really seen eye to eye, the insider explained. They've always had a bit of a rivalry, and it's only gotten worse since Travis started dating Courtney. The rift has only deepened in the wake of Mason's disappearance, with Disick becoming increasingly suspicious of Barker's involvement in the situation. Scott is just convinced that Travis has something to do with this, the source said. He thinks that maybe Travis is somehow keeping Mason away from him, or that he's turned the kids against their dad. It's just a really, really ugly situation. Barker, on the other hand, has been adamant in his denials, insisting that he has no involvement in Mason's disappearance and that he is just as concerned for the teenager's well-being as the rest of the family. Travis is really trying to keep his cool and stay focused on finding Mason, the insider revealed. But it's not easy when Scott is constantly accusing him of something he didn't do. He's just really frustrated and upset by the whole situation. The Kardashian-Jenner clan has been working around the clock to try and locate Mason, enlisting the help of private investigators and putting out a nationwide search. However, the family's internal divisions have made the process much more difficult. They're all just really worried about Mason right now, the source said. They know that he's been going through a tough time, and they just want to find him and make sure he's safe. But with Scott and Travis at each other's throats, it's just making everything so much more complicated. As the search continues, the family is also grappling with the emotional toll that the situation is taking on them. Many of them are struggling to cope with the stress and uncertainty and are concerned about the impact that the drama could have on Mason's well-being. They're all just really exhausted and stressed out, the insider revealed. They've been through so much, and this is just the latest in a long line of challenges that they've had to face. They just want to find Mason and bring him home, but it's not easy when the family is so divided. Despite the ongoing challenges, the Kardashian-Jenner clan remains committed to finding a way to come together and overcome this latest obstacle. They know that the world is watching, and they are determined to show that they can weather even the most difficult of storms. They're all just really hoping that they can find a way to put aside their differences and focus on the task at hand, the source said. They know that this is a make-or-break moment for them, and they're determined to come out of it stronger than ever. As the search for Mason continues, the family is also grappling with the fallout from the violent altercation between Disick and Barker.